How much would it cost me, Matt? Well, the question is, the first change is free, which is awesome. So feel free to change your PlayStation Network ID for free. Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video where today's a very exciting day because today is the day officially we can now change our PlayStation ID on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, awesome stuff, and you guys probably have a bunch of questions. So Sony posted a blog with 18 questions. So today's video, I'm going to be going through all 18 questions, and hopefully this video will be the ultimate video for you guys. You guys know A, how to do it on the PS4 or the web browser. B, how much it costs, about reverting your PSN ID, how long it stays for. Do you lose your own PSN ID? So if you change it from one name to another, what happens to your old one? Are there any risks? We're going to answer all those questions you may have in today's video. So if you do enjoy today's video, then be sure to give a massive thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below your thoughts regarding this. But no, a very exciting day, and it should be awesome. So, Sony have said, we're excited to announce that the online ID change feature on PSN on the PlayStation Network is officially launching to all PlayStation 4 users as of today, which is crazy. You can change your PSN ID on the web browser or on your PlayStation 4 console, and there was a beta program back in October, November, and there was a bunch of feedback, and I think I made a few videos talking about that. But no, I'm very excited to start answering these questions. Would I change my name? Well, I wouldn't mind changing to Consistent Gamer on the PS4, but I think someone has Consistent Gamer. So yeah, so I might just stay with Smithy444. But no, while I'm answering these questions, comment down below if you're going to change your PSN ID, and if so, why? Is it because you created it many years ago, or you know, you're older now and you're like a little bit more mature, so you're going, actually, I don't want to be associated with that name? Let me know in the comments down below. So the first question is, where and how can I change my PlayStation Network ID? How can I change my name? Well, you can either change your name on the PS4 or on the web browser. So on the PS4, head over to your settings on the PS4, go to account management, then to account information, profile, online ID, enter an online ID, very tongue twister there. Enter your new online ID of your choice or choose from one of the suggestions, prompt on the screen, do a few things, hey, bish bash bosh, done. On the web browser, you simply sign into your account on the PlayStation Network website, you select PSN profile, you select edit next to your online ID, you enter in the name or choose a recommendation, and then you follow the screen where you pay and bits and bobs. So basically, it's similar. So you can either do it on your PS4 or on the web browser. And there are questions about you going, Matt, how much will this cost? Can I do this on PS3? I'm going to answer those in a moment. So you might be asking, Matt, can I change my PSN ID on the PS3 and the PS Vita, or both even? No, that is that's the simple answer. The change can only be made for a PS4 system or a web browser, but I think it does reflect on your PS3 as well as your PS Vita. So keep that in mind. How much would it cost me, Matt? Well, the question is, the first change is free, which is awesome. So feel free to change your PlayStation Network ID for free. And changes after that will cost £7.99 for PlayStation Plus members. It will cost £3.99 for each change after the first one. So once you've made that initial payment of £7.99, if you want to change it again, it will only cost you £3.99. So literally almost 50% off, which is not bad. Question number 4 is, will my friends be able to find me with my new PlayStation ID? So when changing your online ID, you have the option to display your old ID next to your new ID for 30 days. So people will like, hang on a sec, who is this guy? Oh, I can see his old ID. Yes, I know who he is. So this will make it easier for your friends to notice who you are, what your old name is, what your new name is, and you can do that for 30 days after you've made your change. How many times can I change my PlayStation Network ID? Well, there's no restrictions. You can do it as many times as you like. Now, can I revert back to my old ID? So I changed from Smithy444 to, I don't know, Smithy555. Can I go back to Smithy444, or do I have to pay to get my old ID back? Well, you can revert back to your old ID as long as your old ID doesn't violate terms of service. You can revert back at any time by contacting PlayStation Support. So all you have to do is head over to PlayStation Support and you can revert back to any of your previous IDs. So keep that in mind. So if you change your name multiple times, you can go back to any ID which you own. Question is, do I have to pay to revert back to an old ID? Nope. It's free. The only time you gotta pay is actually if you're changing your ID. What happens to my old online ID? Will someone take it? Will someone take it? The answer is no. So if you were thinking, right, maybe one day my friend, or I might do a prank, and maybe one day I might change my friend's PSN ID so I can take it from him, the answer is no. So no one else, so whatever your name is now, no one else can have that. So I guess that's quite a cool feature. I think on Xbox, if you change your name, I think you lose it and it goes back to the wild, I believe. I might be wrong, but let me know in the comments down below if you know. So yeah, that means no one can have Smithy444. And a guy who has consistent gamer or girl, I really want it, but I don't know if I can have it. Unless I can log in, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm stuck with Smithy444 unless I change it, but no. Question number 9 is, if I change my online ID multiple times, can I revert back to any of my past IDs? The answer is correct. As long as the IDs don't violate terms of service, you're pretty good to go. They said, how many times can I revert back? And you can revert back as many times as you like. Can I change? Can I change? Can I change? Can any account change their online ID? Child accounts cannot change their ID. So main accounts, parent accounts, and basically any account, except if you're a child account, then you can't change online ID. Now, the next few questions about games. So do all games support online ID changes? So a large majority of the most played PS4 games that we tested and support the feature, we recommend that you check the list of tested games before you make the actual change. PS3 and PS Vita games are not supported. So if you change your name on your let's say on your PS4 or the web browser, it looks like it doesn't actually reflect on PS Vita or PS3. So that's probably why they've made it so you don't actually lose your ID, because certain games will still show your old ID even if you have a new one. So that kind of makes sense. What do you mean by a game that supports the online ID change if it was originally published on or after April 1st, 2018? So the game must have launched for the first time on or after April 1st, 2018 to support the online ID change feature. For example, a game that was launched back in 2013 and has been remastered or resold as a complete edition in 2018 does not apply. Okay, so that is so basically what that means is even if a remastered game has came out after April 1st, 2018, it doesn't support it. Okay, interesting. Question number 14 is, why is it that only games published after April 1st, 2018 were developed to support online ID change? Well, games published after this date were developed using tools that support online ID change at a system level. So even back then, they knew that potentially it was coming out and they gave it to developers. Okay, but I don't know. I think some remastered games may work, but currently according to Sony, that may not work. So that is good to know. Will all PS4 games released in the future support this feature? All PS4 games originally published on or after April 1st have been developed, so therefore all games will be compatible. However, they cannot guarantee that all games will be compatible because it's up to the developer if they support the ID change. We're getting near the end. I'm pretty excited for the end because my dinner is almost soon. So I am against the clock. But anyway, number 16. I saw that there were a lot of potential issues and risk associated with changing my online ID. How do I know that I won't run into these? Well, they recommend that you check the list of tested games. I'll leave a link down below and basically make sure that those games are supported. Otherwise, those games will not support your online ID. What kind of issues could I potentially run into? Well, apparently your previous online ID may retain visible to you and other players in some areas. Again, makes sense. You may lose progress within games, including game save data, leaderboard data, and progress towards trophies. Okay, that's probably like the scariest part. Parts of your game and application may not function properly, both online and offline. Okay, it's like all positive, and near the end we're like, should I do it? Is it worth doing? It also says you may lose access to content, including paid for content that you may have required for your games, including content like add-ons and virtual currencies. So only time will tell, I guess. And the final question, what should I do if I encounter an issue by changing my online ID? Then all you got to do is simply, if you do find an issue with changing your online ID, Sony have recommended reverting back to your PSN ID and everything should be fixed. So if you find any issues, just revert back. But no, pretty interesting. Are you, any of you guys? I personally probably won't, but I don't know. Pretty interesting, pretty exciting. And yeah, you can now change your PSN ID, which is awesome. But anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to say massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts regarding this But anyway, have a wonderful day. And as always, seeing you guys in my next video. Adios, chaps. Boom.
She's a diamond.